that's perfect right there. That's perfect. That's it. We can be perfect. But after you are being cleansed, what do you do next? Do you sin again? God forbid, right? Because God has given us power. Remember in John 1 verse 12, as many as receive him, to them give he power to become what? Sons of God. What kind of power he gives you? Not power to acquire wealth. He gives you the power to become sons of God. Sons and daughters of God. That means overcome sin. Develop the character that he wants you to have so that you can be ready when he comes. So, but he's going to examine as if there is no other being on this earth. Just by yourself. Now, what is the view of the judgment? This is what Ellen G. White mentioned of how it's going to be. In Daniel 7, 9-10, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels are burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. Now, what it means by till the thrones were cast down, other people are trying to interpret this that, some nations are being destroyed or being conquered. But what does it mean by till the thrones were cast down? Ellen G. White is so clear about this. Says here in Great Controversy, I beheld, says the prophet Daniel, till the thrones were in place. In other words, before the judgment set of Christ, the thrones are being in place. The throne of the Father, the throne of Christ. That's why they're all in place, so that the investigation will take place. And it says here, and one that was Ancient of Days did sit. His raiment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was fiery flames, and the wheels thereof burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was said, and the books were opened. Now, who was the Ancient of Days? Ancient of Days is God the Father. It says here, the Ancient of Days is God the Father, says the psalmist, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. Psalms 90 verse 2. It is he, the source of all being and the fountain of all law, that is to preside in the judgment. So the Father is going to preside in the judgment. And holy angels are ministers and witnesses in number. 10,000 times 10,000, thousands of thousands. Actually, there is no calculator that can count this. 10,000 times 10,000 times 10,000, that's a lot. And you cannot count that. So, but the Father will preside in the judgment. In the earthly court, whoever presides is the judge. The Father is presiding here. Is he the judge? No, he's not going to be he's just going to preside, but he is not the judge. He gave all the judgment unto the Son. That's in John 5 actually. Because the Father judgeth no man, but he gave all his judgment unto the Son. That's why he's called the Son of Man. The Father will preside, but who is the judge? According to Daniel 7:13-14, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So in the night vision, they saw the Son of Man, that was Christ, and they brought him to the Ancient of Days. Now, what is the coming of Christ to the Father here? It says here, his coming, this is in Great Controversy, the coming of Christ here described is not his second coming to the earth. He comes to the Ancient of Days in heaven to receive dominion and glory and a kingdom which will be given him at the close of his work as a mediator. It is in this coming and not his second advent to the earth that was foretold in prophecy to take place at the termination of the 2,300 days in 1844. Attended by heavenly angels, our great high priest enters the Holy of Holies and there appears in the presence of God, God the Father, to engage in the last acts of his ministration in behalf of man, to perform the work of investigative judgment, and to make an atonement for all who are shown to be entitled to its benefits. This needs to be emphasized more in the church. That what Christ is doing right now, he is going to make an atonement. Now, but before he atones, though, he needs to investigate first, making sure that we are entitled to its benefits. And people, that's why we are living in this anti-typical day of atonement, that we're supposed to be fasting, afflicting, deep searching of the heart. This is not the time that we are to be enjoying the world. No time for that. No time for pleasures, right? Our time is very solemn. So he is actually doing his last work. Atonement was not completed on the cross. Christ was only a sacrifice when he came to this earth. Okay, and his work is still going on in heaven, and when it's done, that means everything is complete. Is Christ going to be the judge? That's a good question. John 5:22 and 23. That for the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which hath sent him. It says here in 5 BC 1134, paragraph 7, Christ appointed as judge. To his Son the Father hath committed all judgment. Christ will declare the reward of loyalty, and hath given him authority to execute judgment. Also, because he is the Son of Man, Christ accepted humanity and lived on this earth a pure, sanctified life. For this reason, he has received the appointment of judge. He who occupies the position of judge is God manifest in the flesh. So Christ is the judge. The Father is not the judge. Okay, that means if he is our judge, he alone is the judge, right? It says here, he alone is the judge. I'm just going to read the highlighted. He alone is the judge of their righteousness, for he created them at an infinite cost to himself, redeemed them. He will see that obedience to God's commandments is rewarded, and that transgressors receive according to their works. So Christ, because he was human, he knows us. He is the one that can perform this appointment as a judge, and making sure that he will give the reward to those who are obedient to his commandments, and he will also give those people who are violators of his commandments. They will be rewarded as well. Okay? Now, that's why, what is the message of the first angel? Fear God. It says here, fear God, give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. The word is presently, actually is present. So that means it's going on right now. So we need to fear God. Give glory to him for the hour. That means going on right now. The hour of judgment is going on right now. And worship him that made heaven and the earth. Now, the word fear here in Strong is G5399, which is phobia, which means reverence. That's it. Reverence. Fear means also respect. And what is fear in the Bible? Fear means Proverbs 3:7, fear the Lord and depart from evil. Okay? Proverbs 8:13, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth. What is a froward mouth? Maybe a mouth that talks a lot. Ecclesiastes 12:13, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Okay? The fear here spoken of does not mean distrust or indecision, but with due caution, guarding every point, lest an unwise word be spoken. Okay? Godly fear, humility, and meekness are greatly needed by all in order to correctly represent the truth.